Hello, my Virgo friends, and welcome to your card reading for the month of September. As your first card here, if you're a woman, this is your person card because both cards here, so this is more like a personal card reading. This is not business, it's more like a person card reading because both partners are here in the reading. In the central card here, the central card here we see the letter. The letter is about messages that we are receiving. We initiate contacts with other people. We initiate communication here. It's possible also that we apply for something, maybe for a job application. We ask questions. We are looking for answers here. This is what we are seeing with this card. It's possible also that you are waiting on important news. So if you are waiting on news, it's possible that you would receive this news. Maybe this is news related to stability in your life. We will see later on what this stability exactly is. Then we go in the horizontal lines. Here we see the person card and the sit here. It's possible a sudden event comes over you, and because of this sudden event, it's possible that we lock ourselves off emotionally. Maybe an event occurred and you don't want to be emotionally involved and you lock yourself off. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that we are hurt and we are decisive here and we make hard decisions not to let ourselves more hurt here. This could be a very abrupt and quick decision that we are making here with this combination. It's possible also that that you give yourself a break. This is what we are seeing here. But it also, in another way, as we know, Virgo is a very efficient sign. It means that we are a very efficient person here with this combination of cards. We do things in an efficient way here that we are seeing here. Related to other things, it's possible that we make like a general cleanup here in whatever area. Maybe in your work field you do a cleanup, or you do a general cleanup in your life. Then we have the sit and the moon here. It's possible that we receive a certain immediate, a sudden invitation here with this card here. It's possible also that there is sudden emotional pain here, as I said before. In another way, it means also that this represents an end of a cycle. So, for instance, if you go from that you are always have work, maybe you go to the next stage and you become pensioned, or you go in something else that ends a cycle in your life. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that you are suddenly confronted that you need to use your talents. This is what we are seeing here. So suddenly we have no choice than using our talents in a certain situation. There's a certain split here also. It could be creative decisions that we are need to make here. Also, it's possible that you intuitively feel that you need to make this decision here. This is what we are seeing here. We could feel interrupted in the daily routines also with this combination of cards. Sometimes also we need some rest, and if we need rest we will lock ourselves off here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also in a way that we are confronted with certain sabotages here in our life here, and we are freezing up, literally freezing up here. If we are acting before, then people are wearing a mask. Like, for instance, if you are in your work, you will act in a different way than in your privacy. And it's possible here that you take your mask off and you show really who you are. Maybe this is because you are hurt in a way, and that's why you say the things clearly with how they are. Then we have the second line. We have the man and the letter here. It's possible that if you are a woman, you receive news from a guy. This is possible also. There's a lot of communication. If you are a guy, there's a lot of communication here. If you are a man, it means that you are a good communicator, or you write a lot here, you block. This is possible also. Sometimes this point also that we don't go too deep. It could be a little bit superficial, the whole thing that we are doing here. We could be very expressive here as a person. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the letter and the anchor here. It's possible also that if you are a guy, you receive some documents, and these documents could be relating to stability. Maybe it's a degree, maybe it's something related to your work here, something that makes you more safe. This is what we are seeing here. If this is related to a job application, it could be yes here, because the anchor represents stability. So if you have applied before, it's possible that you receive a positive news here with this combination of cards. This is news that affects us on the long run here. This is what we are seeing. It will make us more focused also, the news that we are receiving here. If you have applied for a job, it's possible also that this job is relating to working with documents. Maybe an accountant, you go in working, anything that applies to documents. This is what we are seeing here. Then we go in the third line, we have the cross and the rider here, the cross and the rider here. If you have been waiting on certain direct information, this information will come to you. There is an important message here that comes to you. We can, if we were a little bit burdened before, there is a relief coming. This is what we are seeing here. If the situation before was not easy, if you are a guy, it's possible that this news brings relief. This is what we are seeing here. If we have experienced difficulty, so this will go to the next level, and your problems will be solved. It's possible also, if we have a backup plan, that we use our backup plan. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also, if you are younger, this could point to certain exams that you are taking here, like an exam that is destined to be, but mostly with the key next to it, it has a positive result here. If you have waited very long time on an exam or on news, it means that the waiting on this news was destined to be. Because if the news would have come more earlier, maybe it would have been negative. But now the news will be positive. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. There is a kind of test here that we are undertaken, or if is undertaken for us. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. There could be some suffering before, and this could mean now that this suffering is resolved. Then we have the rider and the key here. The news, as I said, is positive here. You waited a long time, but now you are able to move ahead here. We are encouraged here, we saw this before, to stimulate our own conversation here. It's possible, if you have planned to buy a car, I'm just saying an example, or a vehicle, it's possible that this vehicle is arriving now, or you get a new vehicle, or if the vehicle was not working before, or there was a problem, the problem here is solved. This is what we are seeing here. There are important spiritual lessons here that are learned. There is a turning point in our life here with this combination of cards here. It's like we get a welcome change here with these cards here. If you want these things to work, you cannot also delay. Especially if you waited long, if you think to yourself, I waited so long, I'm not going to take action. That is not wise to do. You need to take action now, because it's the time to take action. Maybe if you don't take action, the opportunity passes itself. So you need to approach the problem now and don't wait here. It's happening right now, so you need to act here with this combination of cards. Then we see here in the vertical line, we have the man and the woman. If you're in a relationship, it could also mean that the female partner is dominating the male partner, because she is above the man. So this is possible. If you're a guy, it's possible that this put a pressure on you. Like, some people will suffer from this. This is possible also with this combination of cards here. But it actually represents a couple. If the woman is not dominating towards the man, it's possible that the couple is suffering a difficult time. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination of cards here. There's a close relationship here between the couple. This is what is shown here. Also, if you're a woman, it's possible that you know how to stand your man, or you know where you are in life. You are a strong person here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards here. Then we have the second vertical line. We have the sit and the letter here. Suddenly there is news there, as I told you before. This news could be breaking news here. Mostly I'm thinking here because the last line is very positive, so it means that this news will be a relief. It will be positive news, breaking news here. This is what we are seeing here. Something could be delivered to us here. The news could be delivered here with this combination of card here. In extreme cases, if the relationship was under pressure before and you waited on, for instance, divorce papers, this could be possible also. Sometimes this represents divorce paper, or there is a censorship here. This is what we are seeing here. But we need to take this message seriously. If we had a certain contract before, it's possible that we end the contract here. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination of cards. If we are in certain conversations and the conversation doesn't go the way we expected it to be, or it doesn't go as we feel good, it's possible that we end the conversation with certain people here. Like we are tired that the conversation is going that way, and we wrap it up here. This is what we are seeing here. For some people, it could also mean that that you take a resignation. Maybe you passed an exam and you take resignation of your job. You go in something else here. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination of cards. The letter is behind the letter, so it's possible also that you didn't expect the news like it turned out now. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination of cards. Then we have the letter and the rider here. There's a feedback here with this combination here of cards here. It could also mean that these are important documents and that they are actually delivered to you in person. We are receiving news, that's for sure here. The information is positive, as I said here. This information, it will change. It will represent a change in your life here. But it could be positive here, what we are seeing here. Now, related to the first line here, the sit and anchor here also, it's possible also that we want to break out of restraints here. We are removing, if something was disturbing us before or had kept us locked off or we were shackled, we will remove these shackles and we move on here. But as I said, you mustn't delay here, you must act now. It's important that you immediately act for certain things in your life, and the decision will be long term, as I said here with this combination of cards. If the things were status quo and you could not move on before, you will be able now to move on here. If certain routines were boring before, it's possible that these boring routines are coming to an end here. If the job, for instance, was a burden, it's possible we move on from this burden job. Then we have the anchor and the rider. I want to give some additional information here. We are able to take off here. Departure, we start off. There is good news coming to us. Always the same here, positive news that we are seeing here. If you want to stay in if you stay in the same business, it's possible that in the business where you are, there's a new opportunity. So maybe you get a promotion, maybe there is another job here that you are able to take on. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of maybe you waited a long time for this combination of this opportunity. Then we go in the third vertical line. As your first card here for the third vertical line, you see the moon and the anchor. The moon and the anchor here, it's possible that we are proud on certain achievements that we make in our life. Maybe this is related to the work here. There is also recognition. If you work for something hard, for a new position, it's possible that you are proud in that. Also, you will receive honors. If this is on the job front, you will receive honors here. People are respecting us and they appreciate our knowledge here. This is what we are seeing here also. If you were a little bit unstable before, here by the end of the month there will come more stability. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe because of the news we waited on, so we can go here in another emotional state here, because before we were unsure, but now at the end of the month we see here that we become more stable here. Our emotions become more stable here. Also, we could have experience in deep emotions here. If you are in a relationship, also it could be that in this relationship you experience deep emotions. This is what we are seeing here. Also, the romance is stable here. Sometimes also this represents the ocean, maybe, or the sea here. It's possible also that something to do with the sea or water. This is what we are seeing here. But there is emotional stability here. Sometimes also we are so open. Then if we go, it's possible that we go from one emotional condition in another. And here, if we open too much, it's possible that we have difficulties handling up, and that we are setting up emotional boundaries, because we go from one into another here. Sometimes also with the moon it could mean that there are some fears here with this combination of cards here. Mostly this points also to a good sleeping routine here that we are having here also. If you have worked very hard before, it's possible also you take a break here with this combination of cards here. Then we have the anchor and the key. The anchor and the key here. Here we see that we rely more on ourselves here. There is resourcefulness here, there's success here, there's improvement here. We laid actually the foundations for become more secure here. We are able also to establish more foundations. This is what we are seeing here. Also, if our thinking was closed or very boxed, we are able to think more freely. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also, if our thinking before was very restricted, it's possible that we start to think more open-minded. This is what we are seeing here. Also, we open up here. If there are certain goals in our life, these goals will be long-term here. This goal could be important here. There could be certain breakthroughs we didn't expect here in a positive way. I mean this here. It's possible also that you think about you need something else. Maybe you think about another house, another place to stay. And if you are planning this, or if you have been looking around here, it's possible you say yes here to this movement. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe you could not before because you were restricted, but now it's possible here that you take the next step in your life here. This is what we are seeing here. This could literally mean a break in general here, another moving, another lifestyle. This is what we are seeing here. It's literally a liberation that we are seeing here that is coming upon us. So my Virgo friends, this is all for the month of August. I hope you get a little bit wiser with this card reading. Thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing. If you do, thank you for doing so. See you next time. Bye bye.